Hey guys, EBPMAN here. Are you struggling with the new fingerprint sensor on the S10 or S10 Plus? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you some tips that are going to make it a breeze. So make sure you watch it. Let's get right to it. So many of my friends and family have complained about the fingerprint sensor and how sometimes it works and it doesn't. So what I'm going to give you is a series of tips that are going to get you close to 100% accuracy. And I say close to 100%. I don't have many failures, and I even have a tempered glass screen protector on mine. So I want to show you a couple tips that are going to make it really easy to use. But before I do that, let me show you the kind of accuracy I'm getting on the S10 Plus. Let's get right to it.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell icon to get notified when new videos become available.
All right, now this first thing is a tip, but it's also just to show you the accuracy. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is notice that my phone is off. And, you know, we're all used to with the S9 and the S9 Plus and even the Note 9, just pressing the screen and then waking it up and actually, in some cases, even logging in because it was so fast. You can actually do the same thing with the S10 and S10 Plus. Watch what I'm going to do. So this area right here is where the fingerprint sensor is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to press here, and then I'm going to let go, and notice how it logged in. That's tip one. So you don't have to power it on to log in as long as you have a fingerprint registered. All you have to do is press and hold where your fingerprint is, and it will log you in if it has a match. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how accurate my fingerprint scanning is. And I'm going to hold the phone as I normally would. And I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to press my fingerprint. I'm going to go through it. And the key here is that you have to hold the phone as you've been registering it. Watch this. And you can see how accurate this is. Now, if you're not getting this level of accuracy, then you need to watch this entire video because I'm going to show you how you can get the same type of accuracy. Notice, and I think that's pretty fast. Every single time it's been passing. So how did I get that accuracy? Let's get right to it. All right, so now here's a tip on how I've gotten that accuracy that you saw and that speed during login. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into biometrics and security. I'm going to go into fingerprints. And I only have 2 registers, so let me go ahead and log in. I'm going to put my pin in there. And you'll notice that I have my right thumb 1 and right thumb 2. So here's the first tip. Every time you scan your fingerprint on the phone, register it, it's taking about 16 scans. Yeah, that's 16 impressions of your fingerprint. So what I've done is I have registered the same thumb twice, right? And by doing that, I've gotten more, I would say, samples of my fingerprint. But what I also did is when I was registering it, I rotated the phone. So for every single scan, I rotated my phone all the way around, giving it every possible angle, you know, that I typically hold the phone. The other thing I did is some of those scans, I held the phone exactly the way I hold it. And I did some scans in that fashion as well. So if you hold your hand like this, and this is how you scan, or you hold your phone like this, and this is how you scan, you want to really hold the phone in the way that you hold it when you do that scan. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to add a fingerprint, and I'm going to now, this is how I hold it, right? So I'm going to press and hold right here, and it got a scan. I'm going to do it again, because this is how I hold it. Now I'm going to create a variation, and I'm going to create another variation, and I'm going to create another one. So you notice how I'm just doing this rotation? I'm giving it more samples that it could work with, just in case I'm holding the phone differently. Now, in addition to doing that, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, kind of press down like this, right, on it, and I'm going to continue to doing that all the way around. That's the first tip. You want to do that rotation, and that's going to ensure that you get a good fingerprint. Now, another tip, and we're going to hit back and we're going to erase this, is you could actually combine, since you're getting 16 scans of the fingerprint, you can actually combine 2 fingers on 1 scan. Have you thought of that? So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to add a fingerprint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my right and my left thumb at the same time. So again, I hold my phone like this. I did that one. Sometimes I hold my phone like this. And I did this one. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it in an angle. Got another sample. And now I got this other sample. And now I'm going to do the same thing over here, right? So I'm going to hold it. And then I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to try to get the tip of my finger. I'm also going to go all the way around. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So we're going to do the same thing right here. And then I'm going to use the same process right here. Slippery phone. All right. Now that I've done that, I'm just going to use standard ones if I do one of these things. And I'm going to do one of these jobs. And I'm going to continue to do that until I've registered both fingers on one fingerprint record. So now I'm going to hit continue, and now it's asking to get like the edges of your thumb. So what I'm going to do is put one edge here, I'm going to put one edge here, one edge here, and now it's registered all my fingers. So I'm going to hit done. And again, this is this fingerprint one. I'm going to name this, and I'm going to say both thumbs. And I'm going to hit save. Now let's test it. Let's see what's happening. So I'm going to hit check fingerprint. Notice how fast that was. See both thumbs? Registered, registered. Oh, didn't tap it quite. Tapping, tapping. Look at that. So that's my tip to accurately get your fingerprints just recognized with your phone. I'm telling you, I have very, very little failures. Maybe once a day, if any, just because I've registered my fingers that way. So I hope this tip helps you out, especially when it comes to fingerprint registration and also some of the frustrations that you may have just with the failures. Let me know if this works for you in the comment area below. Thanks for watching.